Video today we are doing NFL player props here for Sunday, December 4th. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit by clicking the link and signing up through the link in the description of this video or using promo code TUFF. There's also a Discord link in the description where the main server completely free, as well as Patreon link where I do post all the plays here that I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do in fact play. So go ahead and check out those links in the description below. Also, do need to mention time and time again, I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. Simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully giving you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions here. Take the information I give you, combine it with the information and research you've gathered, and use those together to make player prop decisions. But let's get into it, you guys. Two props that I like on this Sunday slate. Both these games are going to be from the morning games. I'm going to have a separate video for Sunday Night Football, and obviously a separate video for Monday Night Football. But two player props here that I like. Sunday, December 4th, Week 13, getting close to the end of the season. But yeah, let's get into it. The first one I like is one that's just on the board right now that I think maybe by the time this video or you're watching this video, this may have bumped already. But currently, I like Mike White at 238.5 pass yards. Take the over on this one. He's looking a lot better than Zach Wilson, in my opinion. Played last week, his first start of the year, and went for 315 against the Chicago Bears. Now we take a quick look here against the Chicago Bears. Only threw 28 passes and still got 22 completions, 11.3 yards per pass, and threw 315. Now the Chicago Bears aren't the greatest pass defense here. If we take a look at NFL by position, right, and we take a look at who the Jets are facing this week, right, the Vikings. Most yards per pass attempt, the most overall yards, fifth most overall completions, and third most overall fantasy points to the quarterback position. But really here we're looking at yards per attempt, 8.25 yards per attempt to the quarterbacks here. We've been targeting Viking quarterbacks versus the Vikings all season at 238.5. All we need is 239. We can see quarterbacks versus the Vikings just last week on Thanksgiving. Mac Jones threw 382 yards against the Vikings. We've seen Jalen Hurts throw for 333, Josh Allen 330, Teddy Bridgewater 329, Kyler Murray 326. So we're talking about four quarterbacks, which none of these guys except for Josh Allen would you consider like elite, deep thrower, pocket passing, just darts all over the field quarterback, right? And all three of these guys have gone over 300. Kyler Murray 326, Mac Jones 382, Jalen Hurts 333, even Bridgewater 329 is just insane to me. Jared Goff 277, Dak Prescott 276, Dalton came close here at 236. And then Justin Fields, obviously not the thrower, only 21 pass attempts, still had 208. So this spot here that Mike White is in, I think it's an absolute smash spot. This already bumped up. This was at 225. It bumped up to 238.5. I still like it here, the over. I just don't think, we're taking a look here over under. I think this over under spread is at 44.5. Minnesota is 3.5 favorites here being played in Minnesota. So Jets on the road, going to have to throw the ball. Minnesota Vikings offense is pretty elite, in my opinion. They score a ton of points. So ideal game script here. The Jets are going to have to be playing from behind. I mean, Vegas has Minnesota as home favorites. Jets playing from behind. Mike White going to have to sling the ball around the field. And we already saw, he definitely targeted in this game. He definitely targeted Garrett Wilson the most. I think Garrett Wilson had about 8 hits in this game. But he did a pretty good job of spreading the ball over the field. Michael Carter had 2 catches. Uzama had 3 catches. Zonovan Knight, don't even know who that is, had 3 catches. Tyler Conklin had 3 catches. Elijah Moore had 2 catches for 64. So really was able to spread the ball all over the field here. Mike White 315 in that first game, his first start. He does have a ton of weapons, right? And then also, if we take a look even back to last season, right, he had the Mike White game where he went for 405 against the Bengals, and even last year in his start, not exactly a year ago, but against the Bills last year, the Bills pass defense was elite. He went 24 for 44 for 251. All right, still 4 interceptions, but still nonetheless, we know Mike White is capable of pushing the ball downfield here. 238.5 just seems a little too low for me against the worst passing defense in the NFL. Taking this one over 230.5 for Mike White. Be an NFL first half prop. So again, NFL first half. I'm looking at Jalen Hurts over 110.5 passing yards here against the Tennessee Titans. So Jalen Hurts has cleared this in 4 of his last 5 games here. 191, 176, 111, and 128 passing yards in the first half. Obviously, somewhat game script dependent, these player props here, more specifically first half. But Jalen Hurts, again, like I said, cleared this 4 of his last 5 games. He is facing the Tennessee Titans. So over the last 4 weeks, Tennessee Titans have given up the most passing yards over the last 4 weeks to quarterbacks, right? The most passing yards, the most passing attempts as well. Obviously dependent on game script, but 1,229 passing yards through the last 4 weeks. And quarterbacks, against the Titans have had monster games this season. We saw Patrick Mahomes threw for 446, Carson Wentz 359, Matt Ryan 356, Josh Allen 317, Derek Carr 303, Russell Wilson 286, Joe Burrow 270, Matt Ryan 243, and Aaron Rodgers 227 here. I also like, obviously, the matchup is great. Titans on the season giving up the second most passing yards per game at 266.7 total passing yards per game over the course of the whole season. So not just the last 4 weeks. Over the course of the 4 season, they have been getting kind of torched by the pass. Also, kind of like the anecdotal value here of A.J. Brown going back, or not going back. This game's in Philly, which I think helps Jalen Hurts. But A.J. Brown playing Tennessee, I think Jalen Hurts, they kind of know what's going to happen there. Obviously, Tennessee Titans traded A.J. Brown to Philadelphia. So I think maybe they try to feed A.J. Brown early and often here. But 110.5, Jalen Hurts, if he can get 5 drives in, 4, maybe 5 drives in, I think this should be pretty attainable with all the weapons that he does have. And just seeing how the Titans have been getting cooked by the pass all season long. So these are the 2 player props here for Sunday, December 4th. We got Mike White over 238.5 pass yards and Jalen Hurts over 110.5 pass yards first half. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these props. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button. As always, let's cash.